Good afternoon, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first episode of One Card Story, where I'll be showing a card from my collection each week and giving you the backstory of the purchase. Who I bought it from, where it happened, was it at a card show, was it on Facebook, was it on eBay? Give you the full story from the time that it happened. I wanted to give a little history as far as the set that the card comes from, showcase of the card, story of the purchase, and the history of the card. Can't go wrong there. And I'm going to go big on the first week. We're showing the 1954 Stahl Meyer Willie Mays. It is a spectacular card from a great and rare set to find. You don't see these too often, and so I'm going to give a little history on the purchase shortly, as you can see front and back. But let's talk about the history of the set, the Stahl Meyer Frank set, and also a history of the company. Let's check that out. In 1836, a man named John Cape founded the F.A. Ferris Company, Inc. The company became well known for the making of top quality of smoked products, ham, pastrami, corned beef, and other deli favorites we enjoy today. Less than 30 years later, the company expanded by constructing a plant with refrigeration and a state-of-the-line processing system to the production of Ferris hams and bacon. In 1893, Ferris wanted to expand its marketing by sending out direct mailers to hotels, restaurants, colleges, and hospitals. Out of this came the slogan, "Where fine quality is the prime requisite." In the late 1890s, two more meat manufacturers sprung up in New York City. Louis Meyer founded the Louis Meyer and Company, and Otto Stahl founded the Otto Stahl and Company. Both were in direct competition to one another. However, they both eventually came together and merged into Stahl Meyer Inc. In 1928, Ferris and Stahl Meyer merged together. With three major meat manufacturers coming together, they combined to create a full line of prepared meat products, as well as claiming to have over 9,800 delis and butchers with over $9 million in annual sales. Stahl Meyer expanded to grocery stores and provided promising marketing slogans such as greater variety, more package appeal, and superior quality and amazing fresh flavor. In 1938, Stahl Meyer established their own stadium. This was for the employees' use on breaks, as it was situated near the Stahl Meyer Meat Packing Company. In the 50s, Stahl Meyer was the official Frankfurter of the Brooklyn Dodgers, New York Giants, and the New York Yankees. To expand their reach further, Stahl Meyer developed a series of baseball cards. They are only available inside a packet of Stahl Meyer 100% all-beef Frankfurters. Like baseball cards of the time, they featured the player on the front and statistics on the back. Additionally, Stahl Meyer also offered a raffle on the back of the card for a chance to win free tickets to any Dodgers, Giants, or Yankees game. The contestant had to write a letter to the address listed explaining why they liked Stahl Meyer hot dogs. Finally, there was also an opportunity to obtain a Johnny Stahl Meyer baseball kit, which included a colorful poster with pennants flying. All right, guys, so you got a good taste of the Stahl Meyer Frank's history, the backstory, and how these cards have come to be. Let's talk a little bit about how this card came into my collection. This started, I was at work one day, I was working, and thankfully my phone is set to get notifications on Facebook, and I got a Facebook notification. Brian mentioned me in a post, and I'm thinking, oh man, Brian does this pretty often for a lot of guys. He did it for me, and I know he's helped some other guys as well. He tagged me in a Facebook post of a guy named Andy Geller who was selling a bunch of Stahl Meyer Frank's cards, and my heart jumped a little bit because I'm thinking, oh man, I was looking for the Willie Mays for quite some time, and he had one. So Andy, it was a deal or no deal format if I remember right. And so I threw a number out there for Andy immediately. I knew what I thought would be a fair starting price. And Andy mentioned no deal, thanks for the start. And so then I asked Andy if we could talk privately, and I direct messaged him, and we went a little back and forth. It was probably, I would say about 38.50 or something like that, I think is what the number I came out with ultimately. Made a little bit off of it, which was completely fair, because again, these don't come up too often. The ones that do come up, when I saw these at the National, were going for huge amounts of money. They're also grades, like 6.7s, and I just can't afford those at that price. So finding this one, the lowest grade possible, perfectly fine with me. It presents beautifully, as you could tell, and the back is great too. No real paper loss as far as I could tell. I mean, a little bit on the edge here, but just the focal point of the card on the front and the back is really presentable. So I'm a happy buyer, and I'm always going to look to see what Andy has next. And that kind of wraps it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of history on this card, the Stahl Meyer Franks. History as far as where I bought it from, how much I bought it from, who I bought it from, how it came to be. And I have to thank Brian B. Roth 6 again for really coming through in the clutch and just being in the zone in terms of just seeing, having his finger on the pulse as far as what is out there. So thank you again, Brian. We'll be doing this again next week. I'll have a card ready for you guys. So we'll do another episode of One Card Story. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow at Cardboard and Cold Ones, as well as Thunder Thursdays. Take care.